Hey, everybody. So we're doing number 36, protection for the Auric program. And protection kind of straightforward, but then there's a little bit of a deeper dive. Protection being um, that protective quality in our energy body that keeps the negativity that is projected at us from people that is specifically directed at us. But it's also kind of helps insulate us from what you would call radiatory energy, which is, well, like when you walk into a stressed out office. The stress isn't directed at you, but you're sitting there in that stressed out office, swimming in that stress energy, right? And over maybe 15 minutes, all of a sudden you start to feel stressed. So your energy body is starting to absorb some of that stress and then it's beginning to physicalize. Even if you set aside the energetic point of view and you look at it from the point of view of just your physiology, your body goes into a stress state when it senses chaos in the environment. So it might not be energy, if we take energy off the table, but people are stressed out, they're being rushed, they're being chaotic, maybe they're being a little adversarial with each other, they're being short as they communicate, there's a kind of tension as everybody interacts. The body senses that and then begins to respond to that. Like the body doesn't know, oh, that's them, they have a project, that's not me. It just senses what's happening in the environment and then begins to react. So the thing that happens over a period of time is we keep getting these like kind of conditioned responses. Every time we're in a negative situation, our nervous system gets a little bit more turned up, turns the volume up a little bit, so to speak. And over a period of time, we go from being calm to being anxious, stressed out, feeling like the other shoe's going to drop. And it might be a series of events, or it might be a series of these little micro traumas or micro stresses, or a combination thereof. Right. And so, for the nervous system to break out of loops, for one, we do our practices where we practice sustained awareness versus focus, right? Like we put our awareness on our body and we sit and we feel some sort of agitation in the body, like it's here. And at first it starts at focus, but then it turns into awareness. And there you're starting to break out of the loop, right? And the more calm that the nervous system gets, the more that you can kind of reset or reboot the nervous system. We have that saying with Astara where we say we're surrounded by white light, only good comes to me, only good goes from me. And, it's an affirmation, but in a place of stillness, when you have thoughts like that, the nervous system can go, oh, only good comes to me, only good goes for me. I'm safe. I'm not in chaos. When you're agitated, when the body's feeling chaotic and you go, okay, I'm peaceful, I'm safe, only good comes to me, only good goes for me. The nervous system is like, whatever, you know, that's so cute you think that, but have you not been paying attention to what's been going on? But then as you start to kind of break down that pattern of the loop and whatever that loop entails, and your body gets a little calmer, then when you do a kind of affirmation, the body goes, oh, okay, yeah, only good comes to me, only good goes from me, right? I'm okay, I'm safe, I'm in a safe place. And in that moment, it starts to shed the past experiences and kind of starts experiencing what is happening in the here and now. And one of the ways to accelerate this process is by protection practices. You know, it's not always somebody trying to take a poke at you or manipulate you, or a lot of that does happen, but it's not just about that. It's creating this space where the nervous system can go, but it's all okay, right? So protection practices also help to shed past traumas, past agitation. It helps the nervous system refine those loops or break down those loops so that we don't keep experiencing the same thing over and over again. So if we're going into a place where we want to go beyond the senses, one of the big stumbling block is if we don't feel safe, why would we have an expansion of consciousness? Why would we go into the intuitive state? Intellect thinks that is nuts. So that clamping down or that repetition that comes from the intellectual mind is calmed down by protective practices. And so here we're just going through and we're doing a protective practice with the aura, right? And so you have your protection blend that came in your kit. Notice how you feel. Okay. And we're going to begin inhaling. Our awareness is on the left side of the body, left side of the face, left side of the neck and shoulder, the left rib and the hip, down the outer leg to the left outer ankle. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Move your awareness to the front side of your body, your face and throat, your chest, down the abdomen, the front of the pelvis, down the fronts of the legs, to the tops of your feet. Move your awareness to the right side outside the tree. Yeah. Who would have thought? Yeah. Right side of your body, right side of your face and neck, your right shoulder, your right ribs and hip, down the outer leg to the right outer ankle. If you think about what was going on for you this week, it makes sense. Your right side of your body, nice, long, slow, deep breaths. The back side of the body, the whole back side, back of the head and neck, your whole back and hips, down the backs of your legs to your heels. Just pause and be still. Mm. You're just pausing and letting go for a moment. Okay. So that is the standard approach. That could be done daily. That could be done in combination with things. You could do with another process that you might be doing. You could also do it with other Auric programs as a stack, an Auric stack. But now we're going to go through and we're going to do the advanced approach. And this is something you'd only do once or twice a week. That way your body has time to acclimate and your energy body has time to shift. So you're using the same oil. Your awareness is on the left side of your body, left side of the face and neck, the left shoulder, left hip, all the way down the side to the left outer ankle. The back side of the body, the back of the head and neck, your whole back, your hips, down the backs of the legs to the heels. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. You're going to move your awareness to the right side of your body, right side of your face and neck, your right shoulder, your right hip, down the outer leg to the right outer ankle. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breath. Your awareness is on the front side of the body, from your face all the way down to the tops of your feet. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then pause and be still. Let's start inhaling. Our awareness is on the knees. It's either the whole knee or you can just do the back of the knee. Your awareness is on your knees. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is on your ankles. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on your ankle. Move your awareness to the soles of your feet. Awareness is on the soles of the feet. All right. And then just pause and let go. You're just being still. Hey, let's do the 4 quadrants again. Left side of your body, the whole left side of your face and neck, your left shoulder, all the way down to the left outer ankle. The front side of the body, the face and throat, the chest, the abdomen, front of the pelvis, down the fronts of the legs to the tops of your feet. the right side of your body, the whole right side. Right side of your face and neck, your right shoulder, your right hip, down the outer leg to the right outer ankle. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. The back side of the body, the whole back side, back of the head, neck, the whole back, the hips, down the backs of the legs to the heels. Mm. And just be still. Just let it all go. Just be still. Okay, last little section. You're inhaling, your awareness is on your brain. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on your brain. Your awareness is on your spine. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on your spine. Your awareness is on your brain and spine, and both at the same time. The brain and soles of your feet. Your brain and the soles of your feet. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. As you inhale, move your awareness up above your ankles. As you exhale, down into the earth. Just let go. Let go of everything. Just let go. Just be still. Notice your body, your emotions, how you feel. Okay, let's share experiences, ask questions. You can unmute yourself, type in. We're going to just do questions and shares right off the bat with the Auric programs. And then when we get that done in a few minutes, we'll jump into our normal Q&A. So if you have just a normal Q&A question, just wait for a few minutes until we get the Auric programming shares done. So go ahead and fire away.
Go ahead, Ralph and Denise.
Hey.
Hey, Greg, refresh my memory. If I want to do a, for example, memory stack, and we're doing just one stack a week, or can I wait a day or two and then do a memory stack in addition to this protection stack?
Oh,
this
yeah,
week?
yeah, you could totally do that. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there like wait a day between, or?
For as much work as you do, I would say go ahead and do it the same day.
Okay.
You know, like if it was like a new person, I'd say, give it a day or something. But your energy body's used to doing what we're doing, and so your energy body can handle a lot more.
Okay.
So I'd say just jump into it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
And go ahead, Denise.
Hey.
Hi, Greg. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I feel much calmer when I check in, and which was kind of shaky in my heart and my solar plexus.
Had there been something going on, or you just kind of felt shaky?
I felt, whoa, there's a lot going on, Greg.
Yeah.
But also just very shaky, it may not all be bad and it may not all be good. Do you know what I mean? But there's
Sure.
just
Oh,
it
yeah,
getting
yeah.
hit at all different angles, from my vehicle to cracking a crown. I mean, although thankfully the tooth, they can repair it. So I mean, something really has gone wrong, and then it's just, and it's all hitting at once, of course. So, and back in for skin cancer stuff. So it's just, yeah, I've been
To
unsure.
get evaluated, or they've
No,
actually
they're
done?
they're gonna do more digging.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going back in for deeper. They
Yeah.
want clean margins, and
Yeah.
so so I've been just feeling kind of vulnerable. But then I have moments where I feel, if I can calm down and get into the parasympathetic, I can build strength and have more clarity, and then
Yeah.
proceed forward. But otherwise, I've been
Yeah.
kind of on the shaky and the energy.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like on that note, I would do, you remember in some of the tuning into the divine calm where we did the inflammatory vagal tone and the immune vagal tone?
Yes.
I would do more of that.
Okay. And
Yeah.
that was 2 in the Divine Calm 2, I think. Or was it 3? I'll look it up.
I think it was 3.
Okay.
Yeah. And this weekend we have the immune system. We'll still talk about vagal tone, but we'll also be talking about other things, but I'll still kind of tie things together. And part of the issue, like when you have like some sort of severe thing, here we're talking about chaotic growths, like skin cancers and things like that, is the approach is always kind of like, let's stimulate the immune system, or let's stimulate the lymph nodes, and going back to the idea of vagal tone, the idea is like vagal tone is deeper levels of rest and repair, right? Like, so you're going into more of the parasympathetic, but also, and we're going to talk about this on the weekend, is sometimes the sympathetic nerves are like dominant. Like it's not that they need to be stimulated, they need to be like regulated somewhat.
Yes.
Like they don't know the difference between acting like Braveheart and just screaming and yelling and going after everything, and then relaxing. You know what I mean? Like they don't get the difference. And part of like a good, healthy immune system is being able to not just go into rest and repair mode, but also being able to refine that aspect of the sympathetic nerve. And like when you're looking at things like cancers and viruses are another thing. Parasites to a certain extent, but it's usually more viruses and cancers and things. Part of what happens is, I think I talked about this before, is they manipulate the body so that they can thrive. Where like bacteria happen, like funguses happen, they might manipulate the body a little bit, but it's more of just like, wrecking the hotel room. Like, they just kind of wreak havoc. Viruses and cancers will start to tweak the physiology so that they can actually thrive, and it reduces the body's ability to go after them, and how they do that is through the nervous system. They go both the parasympathetic and the sympathetic part of the nervous system. And so, if you look at the idea of stress, for example, we have stressful events that happen to our lives, and we have stressful situations, and we have stressful events, and we have people who stress us out, and there's all of those things, and then we have an incident happen. All of those, and even stress from other people, like you might not be stressed out, but you're around a bunch of people who are stressed. All of that doesn't compare to the level of stress that viruses have on our body.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And so, because the viruses are going, don't go into rest and repair because then we'll die.
Oh,
So
yeah.
let's tweak the nervous system so that we stay in this sympathetic state. We're in a stress state, because then, we can thrive however we're going to thrive. And so, this idea that we're going down the road with the vagal tone, and we're going to talk about the immune system, but even a little bit down the road, we're going to start talking about viral loads and specific kinds of viruses and the viral loads to address them. And the idea of tweaking and reducing the stress response that's associated with the immune system will help your body handle, or help your body fight off what we're talking about, like these like skin cancers and things.
Yes.
And so,
I'm really interested in you doing the viruses
Yeah.
as well. Yes.
yeah, in the past, like sometimes I would make like special blends for a person, and a lot of times it would be about trying to calm down the viral loads that they might have in their body, because we have a potential of different kinds of viruses that are running in our body, and sometimes they're active and sometimes they're dormant, like shingles, good example, super good. Or like when we get cold sores or something, that virus is always there. Sometimes it's active, sometimes it's dormant. But there's these other viruses that eventually what they can do is actually cause like cancers. They can cause chronic health issues. They can actually even cause psychological imbalances in people, because they've tweaked the nervous system so substantially. And so even on the weekend, we're going to start going down that rabbit hole of addressing, for one, a hypervigilant immune system, but it's setting up going after like viruses and things like that. And so really keep doing the immune work that we're doing,
Okay.
because it will help your body address what's happening, but it will help with prevention later. Yeah.
Thank you. I'll look at that class after.
Yeah, and it's a free class, like, so even if you don't have everything, like at least get on and like you've got enough oils where you could participate with some of it, and then you'll see the things that you might need, and then jump in on the things that you might need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for telling me about it. Thank you. And thank you
you're
for
so
your
welcome.
answers too.
And then I don't see anyone's in chat, but go ahead if you have a regular Q&A question. You can raise your hand in the queue right now. And as always, you can always type into the chat as well. And then I just had a quick share for the protection and a question. So I think the question is, this really does seem like it'd be good for almost any stack, like how we had some last week. I think it was one you were talking with Barbara, and it was like, it was like the deity amazing stack. And it was the 3, and then like, if you want to do muscular system or something, would putting protection in actually like be good?
So like it depends on how you're looking at it. Like you said, you can mix and match it with different aspects, different parts of the Auric program. It does improve the nervous system. just the act of playing with the protection blend. I mean, it helps to strengthen the energy body. It has an impact on all the systems, but the system that it probably impacts the most, and you wouldn't really think about it, is endocrine function. Like we have a lot of responses to things in the environment that when the body is in like where it feels like in a protected state, the glands or the endocrine system functions differently. And like I can actually even give you like a stack from that. This is it's very odd, but it's because it does things for the endocrine system and it enhances the protective qualities. So you would do the, from the Auric programs, you would work the endocrine system, you'd work assemblage point, you'd work protection, and you'd work relationships. Because the thing that like that combo does is it has an influence on the connection with people, past events and everything, but as it impacts your glands. And so when you go through and work that, it actually has a regulating effect on the glands. And so you could also work it with etheric chords, do how we do our chord work. And when we did the vagal tone work with the etheric chords, when we did the mechanics of the energetic mechanics or something, we kind of covered vagal tone, right? So you would think of the person, but your awareness would be on the basic. Like that has to do with vagal tone. But if you look at it from the point of view of the sympathetic part of the nervous system or the fight flight mechanisms, you could do the same thing, but instead of having your awareness on the basic, you would have it on the Ming Men. Ming Men and the person, Ming Men and the past situation. And that has more to do with processes. Usually you do the vagal tone part first, but like a deeper level of working it is you do it with the Ming Men, and the Ming Men it's like it transmutes the aspects in the body that throws the endocrine system out of whack. You're like kind of cleaning things up so that the glands will start communicating and regulating better. And so, you could use it to treat like specific health issues, but usually you're trying to put the body in a particular state so that the body just deals with the health issues. So it's more about putting the body in that state. But yeah, you could do that as a stack. So endocrine system, relationships, assemblage point, and protection. That as a stack is good for protection. It's good for the endocrine system. Of course you could do variations, but that's like a very specific thing for working endocrine function, but also enhancing protective qualities. The idea of the immune system also has a role in protection, but it's not so much like the protective quality. Like the immune system is more about the attack, like the attack coming in or the attack coming out. It doesn't try to put up like the shields and go, okay, everybody just stay away. Like as soon as it sees something, it just starts rolling up and sees. It's like, let's go, come on, put them up. Like that's the immune system. Where the endocrine system is like, let's just protect ourselves from this and not get engaged, and where the immune system wants to fight. Right. And so you would think that, or at least I would, like that the immune system would be more of the protective quality, but it's more of like the fighting quality or the bouncing back between the bodies, and so it's a different setup.
I love that visual. Like I can see the shields like for the endocrine system and like shields up.
Right.
And then with immune, I can literally see like the
Right. Immune system's like,
Fight,
breaks the
right.
beer bottle and goes, okay, come on, let's go at this. Right. Where the endocrine system is really about, okay, let's stay safe, let's not get engaged, let's protect ourselves, because it reacts slowly and then it's communicating and it changes slowly. So it's more involved in trying to keep like a level, a degree of safety in the body, that the immune system, it's like, if you think of the immune system, it's like very impulsive. Like, like if it gets a little triggered, like when we get triggered, it is an immune response right off the bat. And so, they have their different, they have different personalities, and endocrine system's slow and methodical. And so it always thinks protective, protection. And so when you're working protection, you're actually working some of your endocrine system.
And so as far as that stack, you then gave the example of like doing a person and Ming Ming. Is that with one of the stack oils or is that with etheric quartz?
No, with the etheric quartz.
So, and that'd be after. So like I do.
You
the
could
stack-
do it before, after. I would say most likely it would probably work better after. Yeah. If you're in crisis, I would say before. But if you're just doing like, okay, I got a list, I'm going to work down my list. But if you're like that SOB at the store, I'd do it before. But if it was like, okay, everything's calm and stable, but I have my list of people from the past, or, my list of perpetrators, I would do it after. I mean, either way, it's going to do something. But like if you're just looking at maximum effect, that would be, yeah. And if you're not sure, you do it before and after. Yeah.
That was great. Okay, so let me just make sure I didn't get any more. Thank you, Robert, for posting that for me there. And so next week we are doing number. He posted it and I can't find it. Sorry, give me a sec. 37.